Hi everyone and welcome back. So, old Harry is suing again and again, suing the Daily Mail or associated newspapers. And for what? Because they broke the news that Home Affairs denied receiving an offer to pay for his security in June last year. Oh my gosh, the man child has lost his last remaining marbles. Home Affairs made that statement in their affidavit. It is on court record. Someone would have disclosed it. If not the Daily Mail, then someone else. Why would Harry think he is so entitled and privileged that he could keep something like that secret? And why keep it secret? The lesson here is simple. Don't lie, and then there will be nothing to hide. Seriously, I have seen stupid, spoiled, and entitled in my life, but this is now the cherry on top. When I read this, I could not choose whether I wanted to laugh or hit my head against a brick wall. This is so stupid that I can't help but think that Harry and the wife have another motive with this lawsuit. What is it though? Media attention, money, or maybe I'm giving them too much credit and they are indeed just stupid. Ugh, and then even funnier is the news that Meghan's bird shit dress she wore during the Oprah interview had been selected for an exhibition in Bath titled A History of Fashion in 100 Objects. Now, before we laugh even more, it was picked by Dazed Magazine's Ibrahim Kamara and Gareth Wrighton, and supposedly selected for its cultural significance. Oh my word. Firstly, how many of you have ever heard of Dazed magazine? I certainly haven't, but I googled it and it is a bi-monthly magazine covering music, fashion, film, art and literature based in London. Secondly, it is a Giorgio Armani dress. Now, how on earth does it have any cultural significance? It is a $4,700 triple silk Georgette dress with a supposedly lotus flower motif. I may be very dumb when it comes to fashion, but I don't get the cultural significance of the dress. Ibrahim Kamara is originally from Gambia, but currently works as a British stylist who worked for Stella McCartney until he was promoted as senior fashion editor at the magazine. For one of his own projects, titled 2026, he went dumpster diving in Johannesburg for discarded outfits, which he then refashioned into new clothes. Okay, that already says a lot about the dress he chose for the exhibition, doesn't it? Gareth Wrighton is a London-based designer, and I really do not wish to waste my breath on him. Instead, I'll show you two of his designs. As they say, a picture says 1,000 words. Yeah, and talking about Megan, I know about the pictures released by Backrid of Harry and Meghan's dinner with Eugenie and Jack in Santa Barbara. And honestly, who cares? It was obviously an attempt by the Harkles to overshadow Catherine's visit to Denmark. Well, they tried and it failed. I could not find a single account sharing it more than 15 times, whereas photographs of Catherine's visit were shared on numerous accounts hundreds of times. Give it up, Mexie. Catherine the Great has won. All poor hapless Meg is doing now is making a fool of herself. Just how far William and Catherine had won this battle was made clear in the last two polls run by the Express newspaper. When asked whether people would support Harry and Meghan should they return under Charles's reign, 93% of over 40,000 people said no. When asked on the 23rd of February, should the monarchy skip Charles and Camilla and go straight for King William and Queen Kate, 70% of 2,362 people who voted said yes. There is now also a renewed drive to have Harry's title stripped and put in abeyance, and an even bigger drive to have him removed as Councillor of State. I personally just do not understand Harry and Meghan's reasoning power. Surely they are aware of all of this. So why on earth are they agitating the British people even more with this new attempted lawsuit against Associated Press? It would be far better for them to spend their time, money, and energy on completing projects and building their charitable foundation, and to do it quietly until they have reached the point where they have something significant to show the public. And while they are at it, to spend some time, money, and energy on getting a proper stylist. Because quite honestly, Meghan looks terrible, even worse than she did in New York, if that is at all possible. Cut that hair, those rat's tails, at least 10 inches, or get a new wig or weave. Drop the baggy clothes. Even someone slightly overweight can do better. And if you feel comfortable in something loose fitting, then fine. But there are better options than that red suit in New York and the white whatever it was that she wore to the restaurant. And still talking about Meghan, I was told a wild story about our dear Mexie Daisy. So wild that it is hard to think anyone could have dreamt it up. It is, however, not something I can or should share unless or until I have something to prove it, or at least back it up with, as I truly do not wish to spend months in a court for defamation or libel. Remember, you can't be found guilty if the story is actually true and in the public interest. So, watch this space. And lastly, before I run off, I see Prince Edward has taken over his father's role as president of the Royal Windsor Horse Show. Edward was invited by the organizer to become their fourth president after his father, Prince Philip, held the role for 20 years. Edward and Sophie had been involved with the event at all levels for a long time, and most recently served as royal vice presidents. I think this is great, and I hope this opens the Queen and Charles's eyes to the fact that Edward and Sophie are popular members of the royal family, and that it will be a huge mistake to ignore them when it comes to the business of showcasing the monarchy. Okay, my dears, that's it from me for today. Until we meet again on the next one, please take good care of yourselves. Bye.